Hey everyone, this is Alabi, also known as Area Chicha. You are listening to Purple Teens Podcast, the show that talks about teenagers in concerning education, entrepreneurship, and social issues that affect the lives of teenagers. In today's episode, is promised to be an interesting one, which we are going to be talking about beyond the ashes. We are relating that to how young teenagers comes out from the local areas also known as ghetto in quotes and how they are able to survive in today's environment. We are going to be discussing this particular topic with Miss Abeedat Alabi. She'll be joining us after this short break.
Hello everyone, my name is Abeedat Alabi and a graduate of Kwara State University, Malete, Nigeria. I'm a girl child advocate. I am a big lover of STEM and I'm trying as much as possible to accelerate my career in technology, which is why I'm studying electrical and computer engineering right now. I am a student by day and a programmer as well as a designer by night. I involve myself in a lot of things, and that's because I have a passion to see myself grow, to see myself move from where I am to where I need to be in the next 10 years. What else? What else? What else? You need to know about me? I am a writer too. I am a lot of things. I'm a lot of things actually. Whatever the situation calls for, I just dive into it, and I am into a lot of things because whatever piques my interest, I like to try my hands on it. So I might not be a master of everything, but at least I have a bit of knowledge of literally everything. My mind shows interest in. Yeah.
Miss Abida, welcome to our a special edition, a special episode on properties. Welcome on the hot seat. You're a special guest for us today. So I'll be throwing you some questions one on one with you. You're going to be answering our question. You are our guest on the hot seat. What is your story? What makes you stand out as you are, as Miss Abida, that you are presently? What is the story behind your current success?
Okay, when it comes to the story behind my upcoming success, I can't say my success right now because I'm still struggling to get to where I want to be. I'm not where I envision myself to be right now. So when it comes to the story behind my upcoming success, I'd say there are a lot of stories around there. There have been contributions from different people, from my parents to mentors to teachers to a lot of to organizations, to a lot of things. But one major thing behind all those stories is the fact that you can there's this saying that says you can take a horse to the river, but you can't force the horse to drink unless the horse is thirsty. So I am thirsty for knowledge. I have always been thirsty um for for an upgrade in myself, in my personal skills, in my personal development, in like literally everything that concerns me. So the fact that I have always been eager to learn, I've always been on the front row when it comes to volunteering, when it comes to participating in activities that will help me become one of the very best version of myself. I am always eager to do stuff like that. So the the major push behind this various stories that have been contributing and that are still contributing to my upcoming success story is the fact that I have the determination to become a successful person. I have to go. I have the eagerness. I have the passion. I have the drive. And whenever I feel down, whenever I just want to give up, I remember that I have not gotten to where I need to be yet. So, and a lot of people are rooting for me. I can't let their contributions to go to waste. So I just have to keep pushing.
What is an insult that you have received from people and you are proud of it?
Okay, an insult that I have received from people is let's say the fact that whenever I'm usually with my friends I act, should I say I act a little bit like a child. I act childish sometimes, most times actually, whenever I'm with my friends and whenever I'm with people that I'm comfortable around. And then they'll be like, Habida, you don't even have sense, stuff like that. But I'm actually proud of it because that way they don't feel intimidated by my abilities and the things that I can do. I feel like okay, they can actually relate more to me, can actually relate more with me, and they can actually be more free with me. Because I noticed whenever I have a friend that isn't that comfortable around me, and then this person knows my abilities and the things that I can do, they usually have this, should I say, this, I don't know what to call it, but they don't want to offend me. They don't want to do anything that would require me getting annoyed at them and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable having such a relationship with someone, because I can't be free with you if you can't be free with me. And for you to be free with me, you have to forget the fact that okay, this person is so, this person knows how to do this. I'm just I'm just a normal teenager like you. So an insult I've received from most people is that I act childish. I don't act like I have sense. When in reality, it is the other way around. And I'm proud of that because that way they can actually relate more with me, can tell me the truth rather than tell me the things that they feel I need to hear, and they can just see me as a normal teenager.
What do people misunderstand about you most?
Okay, what people misunderstand about me most, should I say, a lot of times I've had situations where someone I'm really good friends with comes up to me and tells me that okay, Abida, would you believe I thought you were a snob initially? I thought you were someone I couldn't approach, but so yeah, people usually feel I'm an unapproachable person. Maybe I don't know if I have the face or if I have the look, but someone else told me it's easy to make friends with me, but a higher percentage of people say they were actually afraid of talking to me. I don't know if it's because of the way I look, perhaps the expressions I give and all, but when people eventually get to know me, you realize that I'm just a normal person. I like to look for trouble. I'm just like your normal typical teenage girl. So before people get to know me, they usually feel I'm an unapproachable person. But when they eventually approach me and they realize okay, this girl doesn't bite at all. So yeah.
What is a favorite childhood memory?
I do have a lot of favorite childhood memories. I don't even know what to pick from. I don't know what to pick from because I've had a lot of memories in my family, my siblings, my parents, my cousins, and all. But I think one of my favorite memories was one where I would sit in the living room with my family and then we just watch, especially my I I don't have a biological sister. I have just brothers. So where me and my brothers and my dad would sit in the living room and then we'd watch Power Rangers. Power Rangers really made my really made my childhood. So one of my memories was, I always looked forward to it whenever my siblings and my dad would always sit down in the living room and we just connect. It was a way to connect as a family, and I really, 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 really cherished that memory.
What is your biggest failure and what was the lesson that you learned from it?
Okay, failure. Okay, I haven't had any major failure like that. But I've had a lot of, failed decisions. Should I say mistakes? I've made a lot of mistakes. I've had a lot of failures in my life, but not, no. Should I say no major failure per se. But and one thing I've learned from these little failures here and there is the fact that I can't always win. I can't always get it right. So whenever I have any of those failures, I analyze it and look at what I did wrong, where I made a mistake, where I failed, what you know, I look at what I could have done better so that in case of next time, so it's just like I gain experience from all these failures. So one thing I've learned from these failures is the fact that I've gained experiences from them. I don't just fail and just move on to the next, so that I analyze and I mentally sit myself down and Abida, what did you do wrong? what went wrong, what happened. So that way, when next I have a situation like that, because I've seen a lot of other similar situations where I've been able to avoid such failures because I was able to analyze what I did wrong in the past. So so whenever I'm faced with such similar situations, I know what to do. Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge they are facing right now in your field, right now in your school?
Well, I can't say I am facing any challenge right now when it comes to academics. I am coping with pretty much everything, and I think that's because I'm still in my first year, and I've been told a lot of times that our first year curriculum is pretty much basic and like that of a secondary school. So I don't really have any challenge I'm facing right now. I can't say maybe when I get to 200 level and stuff, but right now I don't have any academic challenge I'm currently battling with.
Who has been your most important professional mentor?
Okay, when it comes to mentors, all my mentors are professionals across the fields that I have shown interest in. Um, they are all important, and I can't really say okay, this person is more important than the other because, like I said, they are all professionals, and all the skills, all these fields are also really, really, really important to me. So I can't really say okay, this particular person is more important. They all have their importance because they all have their various should I say various specialties, and yeah.
What books, at least three books, will you recommend to my audience to read in order to boost their self personality?
Books and personal development, they don't mix well with me personally. I can't I don't should I say I'm not the type of person to sit down in front of a book and start to read through and flip through just to develop myself personally. It doesn't flow with me. I don't know why. So I prefer to watch videos than to sit down and read books. So I can't really recommend any book for anyone to read based on personal development. But what I can do is I can recommend videos for you to watch, especially TED Talk videos. They've helped me a lot. So if there's any video channel, if there's any video resource that I'd recommend for you, it would be TED Talk videos. There are lots of TED Talk videos that you can watch that would help you develop yourself personally. Yeah.
What is your favorite productivity hack?
Okay, productivity hack. A particular productivity hack that works for me is having that conversation with someone. For example, I might be working on a project and I'm down, like I don't know what to write, I don't know what to do, I don't know the next step to take. I just discuss it with someone. The person might not be of help, but along the line, while we are conversing, I might just sharing ideas, dissecting those ideas I have down and things like that. One way or the other, my should I say my creative block, my productivity block gets cleared. I don't know how it happens, but it could be just like so. It could, for example, whenever I have a story that I want to write and I am stuck, I am having a writer's block, I just discuss it with one or two people. In particular, I usually discuss it with my mom. And, we share ideas. I don't know how it happens, but at the end of that conversation, I literally know what to do next. I don't know how it happens. I just get it. Even the person I'm conversing with might not be the one to give me the idea, but the fact that I am sharing it with you, my brain too is working. I don't know how it happens. Like I said, but I just automatically have new ideas whenever I'm discussing it with someone. Whenever I have a problem, I have an issue that I'm facing in the project, and I just find someone to just discuss it with, someone that understands, not just anybody. To anyone listening to this, someone that understands might not the person might not be able to give you an idea, but someone that has sense, someone that wouldn't take you for granted, someone that wouldn't feel like you're joking, someone that would take you seriously. Yeah. find someone that will take you seriously, then discuss, share your idea with the person, let the person ask you questions, or just sit the person down and tell the person about this. Because one way or the other, you yourself would have questions, and okay, I have this question for myself, so how do I answer? And that is a major productivity hack that I use, and that has always helped me.
What advice will you give to the young ones that are coming after you now?
Okay, the advice I'd give to the young ones coming after me is that you should never, ever, 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 ever stand back. You asked the question earlier, what makes me stand out, and I said the fact that I've always been determined. You would, whenever you need someone to participate in activities in class, you would find me as one of the top people that are always there, because I don't want to stand back. So you shouldn't stand back. You should be on the front row. I'm not saying you should be a very baby and stuff like that. I'm not saying you should be too ambitious, but you shouldn't hold yourself back. You shouldn't be shy. You shouldn't hesitate when you know that, okay, I am perfectly capable of doing something like this. You shouldn't think of what other people will say when it comes to things that you really love to do. So whatever it is you want to do, whatever step you want to take, don't stand back. Don't think of what other people will say. You shouldn't, because they wouldn't be there when people wouldn't want to listen to you right now. They wouldn't want to listen to your visions and goals, but when you eventually get there, they will start to seek you, and start asking you questions. That's just it. So don't stand back right now. People might not really value your opinions, or when you get to where you are going to, they will come to you, and they might eventually start to pay you for you to tell them your opinions. Yes. Yeah. So
Thank you very much, Ms. Abida, for coming and answering our questions on today's episode on Puppetings. It's our pleasure to answer our question, and we wish to see you more of you on this show once again. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say a really big thank you for having me on the show. It was a really awesome experience, and I hope to see more teenagers like me being hosted here. Thank you very much.
And to our attentive and beautiful listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on Purple Things Beyond the Ashes. I hope you can connect yourself to the roots of where you come from. It doesn't really matter where you belong, you can be successful. On the next episode of our next show, which is Pain or Glory. Wow, look at the title, very enticing, and you will be anxious. I know pain or glory, you'll be anxious. What has pain or glory got to do with our next episode? Stay tuned as usual, and my name still remains Ola Aligbenishola, also known as area teacher. Stay blessed and stay tuned on more exciting topics coming up on Puppetings. This show is brought to you by Area Teacher Production, and we wish to hear from you questions and inquiry next time. Stay blessed.